sound off. So hi. So I know that I am 1 minute early. Hey Carol, you're the first one here. So I am excited for today's Facebook Live. We're going to be using a stamp set and a punch that for the most part of when it first went live, it was unavailable because it was so popular. Well, now it's available again, so I've been using it more and more, and I have 4 cards using it with 4 different ideas, and we're going to be using the same colors, but just different ideas. Hey, Chris! So, I'm excited to show you guys how to do them so you can recreate them, and also I'm doing a special today. So, between today, July 14th, and July 20th, if you purchase $35 or more before tax and shipping, I will send you the 4 make and takes for free. So I will cover the shipping and all of that for you. But you must use the host code, and the host code is posted everywhere, and you'll see it when it's down, when I flip the phone down too. And I'll make sure that I put it on the description of this video when I'm done. So welcome you guys. It's Wednesday at 12:01 actually now, so I'm so grateful that you guys are here. I'm thankful for those that are not able to be here but are watching the replay. Thank you so much. Don't forget to share the love and comment that you shared, and let's see what else. I've got some announcements to make, but I'm going to wait till we flip the phone down. So I hope that you guys are having a, thank you for sharing, hump day. So Chris commented, I hadn't said that yet. Hey Nikki. So you know, I have to say that it's Wednesday. I have to. It's just funny. I think it is. I hope it doesn't annoy you guys, but you know. So let's see. Yeah, some big things are coming around the corner for Sponge and Stamp with Tina. We're working on. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag on a lot of them, or a couple of them yet, but just keep your eyes open because they're coming. And let's see, we've been working on some of them for quite a while, and I know I keep telling you that I'm going to have online classes, but we are working on that. It's just taking some time to iron out all the wrinkles because I've never done it before. I'm excited to do it. I know that a lot of you live in different states and cannot attend my local classes, and I know that some of you still don't feel comfortable together, so we're going to offer those coming soon, I promise you. And then there's something else that we're starting, but I'm not letting the cat out of the bag on that one because I think that one's going to be extremely fun. Let's see here. I want to make sure I'm reading everybody's comments because I don't want to miss them, because once it gets started, I may miss a comment or 2 or 3, but I'd always go back and read them and answer them, or at least acknowledge that I saw it. Okay, are you guys ready to get stamping? Because I know that I am. I'm going to go ahead and flip this down and go over some housekeeping. Okay, you guys, let's get started. So let's move this phone around. Close your eyes if you get motion sick. Well, let me get this cord out of the way. Hopefully, we will not lose connection today. I know that sometimes we do. Oh, my light got switched out of the way. There we go. Hopefully, the lighting is okay. It looks not so good on my phone, but hopefully it is for you guys. Okay, so here's the host code for this month, and if you purchase $35 or more between July 14th and July 20th, I will send you the 4 make and takes that we're going to be doing today. Okay, they will not be stamped images because per Stampin' Up! I'm not allowed to do that, but all of it will be cut, scored, and punched out for you. Okay, well, let's see. Let's get busy with this stuff here. Designer Series paper sale. It's still going on. It ends the 2nd of August. 15% off on these beautiful Designer Series papers. They are gorgeous, so make sure that you stock up on them. And then Celebration is coming again, and the mini catalog. So if you guys are not a regular customer of mine and you're looking for a demonstrator, I would love to earn your business and I would love to be your demonstrator. So you can just message me and request a catalog, and I will get one in the mail to you as soon as I get them, which will be pretty soon. I should be getting them. And then if you don't have an annual catalog, please message me on that too. I would be happy to send one to you as well. Okay, so the other thing is August 12th is my class. It is at 6:30 p.m. It is a live class in person. Please RSVP because there's limited seats, and bring a friend. And if you bring a friend, I'll have a gift for you. It has to be a friend that's new to me though. Can't be somebody that's been to my classes before, but bring someone new and I'll have a gift for you. And you must RSVP for yourself, and if you bring in a friend, for that friend as well. Okay, and like I said, keep an eye out for upcoming things. I guess I can tell you kit parties. So we are working on doing kit parties, and I think that that's going to be really fun thing to do. And we're just ironing out, like I said, all the wrinkles and the details. So keep an eye out for that. Also, if you're not on my email list, I hope that you get on it. You can email me at spongeandstamp@hotmail and request to be on my email list. You can message me, or you can click a link that I'll have posted as well that will say subscribe to my email. Also, I think on Facebook there's a little button that you can click that says email. You could click that too, and that will let you sign up for my email, because you don't want to miss anything. I'm telling you, when all these new things that are happening start going live, I will be sending them to my email people first before it gets notified anywhere else. So you don't want to miss that. Okay, are you ready? Let me move this stuff out of the way. All right, so let me show you. This is the stamp set and the bundle, Sweet Strawberry. We're also going to be bringing in some dies. We're going to be using the stitched So Sweetly dies and the layering circle dies on a couple of them. So remember, I will die cut everything out for the kits and punch everything. There just will be no stamping. So you will need at least the Sweet Strawberry stamp set to complete the kits. So if you have it, awesome. If you don't, you can get this and make sure you get the bundle, because it's really awesome. All right, and you save 10%. Okay, so let me see here. Which one do we want to do first? I think we'll do this one first. This is one of them. And I have already got most of the work done, because I knew it was going to take a little bit to do 4 cards. And I didn't want to take too much of your time. So we have some scrap here because, ooh, that's awfully messy. I got black ink all over that. So we'll bring this scrap in, So, because I'm going to stamp and punch. I've already got most of them stamped and punched out for you guys. But I really wanted to show you how to do it in case you've not used this stamp set before or used a punch. So let's see. So I've got everything pretty much blocked up. So we're going to be needing a strawberry, and this is a 2-step stamp set. So you have the outline and the little seeds, and then you have the body of the strawberry. We're going to be using polished pink, pear pizzazz, and pale papaya. So, and a little bit of fresh freesia on a couple of the little flowers on cards coming up. Thank you. Thank you, you guys. I really thought the pink strawberries were absolutely stunning. I love them. You know, we've all been using the reds, Cherry Cobbler, Real Red, Poppy Parade for the strawberries, and they're beautiful, but I just wanted to do something a little bit different. Okay, so I am going to ink up my strawberry outline, and I'm stamping this upside down, but it's okay. So, oh, I grabbed my wrong ink pad. Oh, I grabbed pale papaya, I am so excited and trying to get through this for you guys so that you're not on here forever. Good thing paper has two sides, so you can flip it over and use the other side and it's not wasted. All right, I'm going to clean off my stamp using my chamois, which Stampin' Up! Has. And let me tell you, that chamois is awesome. It cleans your stamps really, really well. And no matter how dirty it is, it doesn't transfer the ink. I tell you, mine is so stained. I really should get me another one, but I don't want to spend money on a chamois when I can spend money on stamps and paper and ink. Hi, Lynette. So, and I cut mine in half. It comes twice that size for my classes so that everybody could have it and not have to fight over it. Okay, so I am inking up my strawberry body. I'm going to stamp that off, and I really should be using my stamping pierce mat so that I can, and see, it's so easy to line up because they're clear, so you can see where you're stamping. So that's my strawberry that we need for this card. Now we need a leaf, and I am going to do that in Pear Pizzazz, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to use the outline, I think. We're going to do the outline, and I'm going to look at the back of my punch so that I can see which direction I want to stamp my leaf. And I want to stamp my leaf in this direction, just like that. And I'm hoping that I'm doing this correctly. You'd think I would know by now as much as I have played with this. And there we go. There's our leaf. Beautiful, right? Okay, so now we just need our stem for our strawberry. So I'm going to do the same thing, but I need another piece. I'm just going to use this one, but use a clean space. And I think my stem is going to go the same way. So I'm going to put my stem right here, like so. And then I'm going to come in with my body, kind of change this up. I really do need to invest in more blocks. Okay, stamp that off. And then we are going to line this up, just like so. So see how easy that is? And then we need a flower. Actually, no, we don't need a flower yet, because I use designer series papers for those flowers, because I thought it was kind of cool. Okay, so, but you can always stamp your flowers, or you can punch your flowers out in colored cardstock too. There's all different kinds of ways. So all you do is just slide this in, line it up, and you give it a punch. And then you have your stem for your strawberry. And then we're going to do our leaf. So I'm going to come in like so, line it up, and give it a punch. So pretty simple, huh? So your children can do this too, but I would supervise using the punch and make sure that they don't have their fingers in there or get pinched, because sometimes when I'm in a hurry or on a roll, I get the fat of my hand gets in there just a teeny bit, and I have pinched myself. So you just want to be a little careful and mindful. Okay, let's see here. Do that out of the way. So now to build our strawberry, all we have to do is just put a little glue, or you can use glue dots, or you can use your seal, whichever you prefer to use. I'm just using my glue. It's easy and I love it. So, and then you just put your stem right on there, right where you want it, however you want it, and then there's your strawberry. So pretty cool, huh? And then we have our leaf. All right, so let's move that out of the way. Now I've showed you how to do that. Well, let's go ahead and punch. So I've got some designer series paper. This is the 2021-2023 in color designer series paper. This is Pale Papaya. I am using the little plaid piece. It's two-sided. Isn't that pretty too, though? And so I need 3 of them. I've already punched 2 out, so now I have my 3rd one. And that's how you do that. Pretty easy. Same thing with colored cardstock. Just take your colored cardstock and punch it. Oh, let me show you this. I don't think I have a scrap of pink over here, of polished pink. But if you wanted your flower to pop a little bit more, you can take, there is the same thing. It's the outline of your flower. You can take that and stamp it on your colored cardstock, and then it would give it a little bit more dimension or something. Okay, now we have polished pink card cardstock here for our card base. It's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We're going to fold that. I'm going to take my bone folder. I know, I love this. I was thinking last night how much I love Bermuda Bay. That is my favorite color, followed by Coastal Cabana and Pool Party, because they're all pretty much the same color tones. And then my second favorite color now is the polished pink. I absolutely love this pink. It is beautiful. All right, so I have taken my layering circle dies and cut out a circle. So all you do for that is you take it, and I don't remember exactly which ones I used. I think it was these 2 right here. You just use it to, well, it wasn't. I used a little bit wider so that I could have a wider thing. So just play with your layering circles, and you can make the size of circle that you want. And then I just used a little washi tape to hold them evenly so that I would have an even what do you call this, width of a circle. And that's all I did, and ran it through my through the boss. Okay, so, which is really the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, but that's a mouthful, so I like to call her the boss. Okay, so we took that. I am going to place this right where I think that I want it to be, so you can place it anywhere on your card. Remember, these are your cards that you'll be making. And then I'm going to take some polished pink, and you can use any color inks you want. You do not have to use the same colors that I am using if you don't want to. And I'm taking the hello there, and I'm going to block that up, and we're going to stamp in the center of that ring, or wherever you want your sentiment to go. But I think I want my sentiment pretty much right in the center. So just like so. Okay, now we're done with that. But let me clean these stamps off, because I am going to be throwing some stuff around and don't want to mess anything up. So clean these off real fast. Just like so. Look how dirty and nasty this thing is, but it still works. Still works beautifully. So it will last you a very, very long time. And it's not very expensive either. And you could add that to your list, to your $35 order too. Okay, let's see here. Let's get our leaves. So I think I have 8 or 9 leaves that I use. So let's go ahead and get those. So we have 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's get 9 just in case. Okay, so then all I did, let's move this out of the way, is I just placed them. And I think that I used glue dots on there is what I think I used. And then you just place them around. So I like to use this because it's easier for me to keep a circle shape. You might be a champ at it and not need this. But I also used it so that it's easier for me to pop up instead of putting an adhesive on each, not an adhesive, well, it's an adhesive, but the dimensional on each back of each leaf. I just thought it would be easier just to do this. So that way, all I have to do is take my dimensionals and just place them around. And I am okay if because it's going to go off the edge. And I'm okay with that because that will give me a little bit more sticky room for the leaves. So there. And then all it does, so now I can pop my whole wreath up with that. So, oh, it's okay. Sorry. Okay, so we are going to go ahead. I just stabbed myself. Okay. And we're just going to get glue dots. And we're just going to place them all on there. Just like so. And that's all you do. Oops, I got two of them. Oop. Come on. I wanted that to go further down. Maybe we'll just put a flower right there. How about that? Okay, so we'll just keep going here. And you just form your wreath. That's all you do. Had a glue dot on my finger, so we're not going to waste it. And I like using glue dots too, because if you don't press down all the way, you can still manipulate it a little bit. So if your wreath was like losing its circle, or maybe you wanted to move one somewhere, I really enjoy using glue dots. Okay, so there we go. Ooh, grab two of them again. And in all honesty, you may be able to get away with one less leaf because of your strawberry, but I'm probably going to go ahead and put it on there anyway, just because. So pretty easy, huh? So just like that, there's my wreath. And then we're going to go ahead and attach that to here, to our basic white layer. I wonder if I'll ever stop saying Whisper White. Maybe one day. 7 years, almost 8 years of calling it Whisper White. It's difficult for me. Okay, so we are going to just place this one. And we're going to place it right there. Okay, so now we just need our flower. And I've already put the strawberry, We're going to pop the strawberry up. So we're going to put a dimensional on there. And we're going to put our strawberry right there. And then we need our flowers that we punched out. And I did pop those up. Okay, so we'll pop those up as well. So, and we'll do just like so. All right, and then we're going to take off the backings, and I'm just going to carefully lay them down before I press them to make sure that they're exactly where I want them to be. And then we need a bow. So I already have a bow made, and I'm just using white baker's twine that you can get in the Essentials combo pack of baker's twine. You get black, I don't remember, black, white, crumb cake, and I know there's a fourth one. 20 years, Carol. Wow, that's a long time to be stamping with Stampin' Up. You are blessed to be able to be with Stampin' Up for that long. I love Stampin' Up. They are an amazing amazing company to work with. Okay, and then I'm just going to place my flower right there. So there we go. So now, just to fancy this up a little bit, we are going to put some bling bling on this. Now keep in mind, I won't be sending the bling with the card kits, but you can use whatever you have. And again, if you don't have it, you can always put that on your order too, to reach $35 or more. Okay, so what color? I used the pink, so we'll use pink again. These are the 2021-23 in color jewels. These jewels are absolutely beautiful. If you're in my In Color Club, you already have them. So you we'll have them. Okay, I just think that is so pretty. Now we're just going to adhere this to our card base. You can do more. You can layer the back of this if you wanted to put a colored layer behind it. You could do that if you wanted to. So just like that. But you would probably need to cut this layer down a little smaller. Okay, there you go. That is card number 1. So let's put that aside and put this one aside. And let's get card number 2 going. Card number 2 is this one. This one, we just used the flowers on it and the leaf, the strawberry leaves with the flowers on it too. So this is a very easy card to make. So we have our layers here. I will have all the dimensions on my blog, which is already done. I just haven't posted it yet because I wanted to download this video, trim up the beginnings and the end if I need to, and then I need to upload it to YouTube. So, which by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much. And this special applies to you too. Okay, so, but anyway, I'll have it. Then I got to post it to my blog, and then I can load my blog. My blog will be loaded and posted tonight. Okay, so we're going to take the polished pink and we're going to do tone on tone. I used the larger flower, just the outline, not the outline, but the base of the flower, the body of the flower. I used that one for the flowers on this, and I stamped full strength. So we're going to do that. And I did go off the cardstock some and just randomly stamp them wherever I felt like it needed to be, just to have a little fun, just to give the card just a little something else, make it a little fancier. Hope I'm keeping up with y'all's comments. Okay, so we're going to go here, here, and put one more here. So there you go. And you can put as much or as less as you want, or you don't have to stamp them at all. Okay, so let's go ahead and clean that block off, or stamp. Got some ink on my finger, we'll use that too, get that off of the finger. Okay, so now we have our circles, and again I used the layering circles die for this as well. This is pale papaya, and this is basic white. So we're going to put these two aside. We're going to use our basic white. We're going to bring in our stem, and we are going to bring in the pear pizzazz. We're going to ink up and we're going to stamp full strength. Okay, so I am just going to come off to the side just like so. There we go. And now we're going to stamp our sentiment, which is just for you. So I need to get that out, just for you, and block that up, just for you. And I stamped that in pale papaya, so we'll stamp it in pale papaya again. Ink that up. And hopefully I got this straight. One good thing about circles though is if you didn't get it quite straight, you can kind of turn it to where it looks like it's straight. Alright, so now we're going to adhere that to our pale papaya scalloped circle. Make this really pretty. What have I got on there? I've got something on there. Just like that. Alright. Now, all we have to do is put our flowers. So, we are going to stamp a flower because I didn't show you how. Don't know if you, probably, you guys are so smart, you probably know already how to stamp your flowers. But I didn't, on these I did use the outline. So, on a couple of them I did not use the outline. Let's see, we're going to stamp these in different colors, but I'm just going to do one in pale papaya, I think, or two. So I think I do need one in pale papaya, but I just need a solid one in pale papaya. Okay, and I'm going to stamp that there, and then we're going to stamp off, and then again, you just line it up just like that, but I'm going to stamp that again. There we go, just like so. Beautiful. And then we'll bring back in our punch, and we'll punch them both. So you just line them up to where you're happy with where it is, and give it a punch. And then the same thing with this one, just like so. So if you guys don't have this bundle, I highly recommend it. It makes beautiful cards. Okay, I have one up here too that I did a Facebook Live on. I either did a Facebook Live or I did a YouTube on it. But I'll show you guys again. And all my other ones I've done, I think I've sent most of them outside of this one that I did a couple weeks ago. I've sent them out. Okay, so we need a pale papaya, a, what do you call that? Whisper, freesia, fresh freesia. Sorry, you guys. The name escaped me. And I need a pink one, which I know I have. Where is it? Here it is, right here. And a pink one. And we're just going to put those just like that. We're going to pop those up as well. I don't need this one. Okay, so we're going to pop those up. You can use mini dimensionals. The larger ones will fit on the back. And then we're going to pop them up. Just put them down just like that. And just like that. Voila! Okay, so now I'm going to put rhinestones on these too. And I'm going to use different colors of rhinestones. So I'm trying to remember what I used. Of the jewels, not rhinestones, jewels. I used pink, and I know I used the bigger ones, but I don't have any more. The big pinks are gone. So let's see here. I am going to use the fresh freesia. I'm going to use the yellow one, the smaller one, since we used the smaller one on that one. And then we're going to use, I think I'm going to use the soft succulent. I think that will be really pretty. There we go. So there we go. Now all we have to do is put this together. So we have a basic white thick cardstock, 8.5, 5.5 square, 4 1/4. Take my bone folder. And we're going to adhere our polished pink, which I did write the measurements on the back of these, 5 1/4 by 4. Right on there. Then we're going to pop this up too. Now, sometimes the mail, if you have too much pop up, it will give you a hard time and might want to charge you more. So you don't have to pop this up. Maybe your post office is sweet and nice. But I like to pop as much up as I can because I think it looks fancier. And then we're just going to put that right in the center, I think. And you can place it wherever you want on your card, down here, over here, wherever. But I'm going to place it right in the center, just like that. So what do you guys think? I know, Carol, I love the polished pink too. Like I said, it doesn't trump Bermuda Bay and Costa Cabana and Pool Party. Well, I don't know. It might trump Pool Party. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is right here. We've got this one. Isn't that beautiful? It looks like you're in a little patch of strawberries. And we're using polished pink, basic white, and pale papaya for this one. So this again, the card base is 8.5, 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And we are going to just give that a nice crease. Put that to the side. I've already die cut a scalloped rectangle using Stitch So Sweetly dies. Again, you guys, you will get all these pieces already die cut, punched out. I've got a piece of pale papaya, which I did not write the measurement down on that we're going to layer behind it. On this card, I use designer series paper. So if you have designer series paper at home, by all means use it. But I just don't have enough to put in all the kits. So we'll be using the pale papaya cardstock. Have a scrap for the stamping and punching. So you guys already saw me do that, so we don't need to do that again. So now it's just put this together. All right, you can always stamp something around the edges to give it an appearance of designer series paper if you wanted to, but for this I'm not going to. So I've got my scalloped rectangle, and I need to get Happy Birthday You Sweet Thing out, which is right here, and we're gonna stamp that in pale papaya. And if you're a club member of mine and you don't have your pale papaya yet, you can always use what color you have. It will be okay. You can even use, I don't recommend black. It's a little too dark. But you guys, this is going to be crooked because I'm looking at it at an angle. I'm trying to get on top of it, but not too bad. Okay, so now it's just putting our strawberries on here. So we need 4 strawberries. I like to work with odd numbers, but I just felt like it looked too jumbled with 5. If you want to put 5, by all means go ahead. We're going to do 3 leaves. So we have our 3 leaves. So then these, I did not pop them all up. I didn't pop any of them up. I used glue dots, which glue dots will give something a little bit of a dimension. And especially if you layer your glue dots, it will give it more of a dimension. Okay, so I'm just going to put my glue dots behind all 4 strawberries, just so that I can have them ready to go. Because I don't know about you, it might just be me, but I can place something perfectly, and then when I take it apart to glue it, I can't get it back how I had it. I hate that, but so I kind of like to prepare them beforehand. So, unless it's something super simple, and then I can, but it's just me. All right, so we are going to place these, and I'm not putting them all straight up and down. I'm kind of just overlapping and putting kind of at an angle. Okay, so there we go. So I'm kind of liking the way that this is. I do want this one to come over just a little bit like that. All right, now I'm going to push it down. Now I'm going to slide my leaves where I want them. Hopefully they'll slide exactly where I want them. Kind of angle that one. And then this one is going to come up here like so. And then this one will just come down here and kind of cover that blank area right there. Just like so. All right. And that's it, you guys. And then you put your bling on there if you want to. I used pale papaya for that, but I don't have any more. But again, you can use whatever you have to decorate. Ribbon, whatever you want to use. Okay,
Also, the baker's twine will not be included either. I apologize, but I am just about out of my white baker's twine. When I designed these cards, I had full intentions of offering it as a class to go, but I just didn't have enough time to get it out there for you guys to register, pay for it, and then turn around and order it and get it back, cut it, punch it, get it all ready to go, and ship it before the mini catalog goes live. So I chose to do this instead. So let's see. But again, you can use any ribbon that you have. Okay, let me see. Okay, so there we go. We got to put it onto our card base. Sometimes I really struggle with talking and doing. Oh, my daughters are multitaskers. I am not. I'm not quite sure where they got that from. Okay, so we put that on just, oops, a little crooked. But let's go ahead and try to straighten that up just a teeny bit. There we go. Yep, now I pulled it too far that way. Good enough. All right, so there we go. So let me see. I'm going to throw some of these on there. So these will work too. These are the champagne rhinestones. I think those will be really pretty on there. I like the pale papaya a little more. If you have your basic rhinestones, the clear ones, and you have your Stampin' Blends, the alcohol markers, you can color them any color you want to. And that is a little tiny crooked. It's okay. All right, so there we go. What do you guys think? Beautiful. I love them. All right, so our last card is this one right here. This one is a little bit of a fun fold. It is a bookbinding fold, seam fold. So let me show you how it works. So you've got this right here, but it opens up like this, just like that. I will be sending you this. I do have enough of this one. So the design might be a little different, but it will be the polished pink. Okay, so pretty cool, huh? All right, so I did not decorate the inside of the envelopes. I thought that you guys could have some fun decorating your envelopes. All right, so not envelopes, the inside of your cards. Okay, so we have got, this is a different size. This is the 11 by 4 1/4. We scored it at 5, let me see, I scored it at 4 inches. So we just put it in your trimmer or your scoring tool. Score it at 4 inches, slide it down to 5 inches, and score it again. Okay, so thanks you guys. So then we've got folded it in half at the 5.5 score line. And no, I'm sorry, I scored this at 4.5 and 5.5. So again, all the measurements will be on my blog. Okay, and then we're just going to go ahead and we're going to put some adhesive. You can use any adhesive you'd like. Just be careful that it doesn't go past this score line right here. Otherwise, you'll glue the inside of your card shut, and you don't want to do that. So I am just going to do just like that, making sure that it's staying on the inside of this score line. Just like so. Okay. There we go. So now we're just making sure that that glue's shut. And then here you go. Voila. Pretty cool, huh? It's called a bookbinding seam or a bookbinding fold. And then we have this. Oh, I did write the measurements. 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. 4 by 4 1/4. And then I have to remember which way it goes. It goes like that. That's going to go there. Then this is 3/4 of an inch by 4, and it's going to go right there like that. Then I have die cut out a smaller scalloped rectangle from the Stitch So Sweetly dies, and then there's scraps too. So the scraps will be in your kit. It says, no, scraps will not be in your kit because everything again will be punched out for you. Okay, you'll just have to stamp them. We're going to put this together. So let's go ahead and glue this down. I can remember like this. Duh. I tell you. Come on. Come on. Sometimes I can lay these down perfectly, and then other times not so much, like this time. There we go. I'm okay with that. Well, it's a little high, but we're going with it. Okay, so it's a handmade card, right? It's not going to be perfect. And this is going to go here. If you noticed, I am using a different pattern, but it is still the same color, polished pink. You can even make it even more fun and change the color if you want to. Okay, so we're going to put that aside. Oh shoot, you know what I did forget? I wonder if I can... Yay! Alright, so we've got to... Where is it? Right here. See, I don't have much of this left. We're going to take this, we're going to wrap this around just like so. Well, I got glue on my fingers, so now it's wanting to stick to my fingers. Alright, we're going to push that up just a little bit. Then we're going to come around here, just like so. And I am going to tie a bow. Attempt to. You know, tying bows on live videos sometimes can be very, very challenging. So I think what I'm going to do is, let me see here. I want to put that right there, and that's about centered. So I'm going to put a glue dot to hold that down. That's my little trick that I like to use. You might have a different way that you do it. I know that, Carol, you use those tweezer thingamajiggies. I just like to put a little glue dot down, just like that, and it will hold it in place for me. Just like so. And this one's going to be a little bit different than the other one. They always are. I feel like I'm losing my voice. So let me tell you guys, we had a, I don't want to say a scare, because we know that God's in control all the time. But my son went to camp, and he had a wonderful time, and God really spoke to him a lot in camp. But there was an unfortunate thing that happened, is there was a kid at camp that apparently had COVID. So I shouldn't say all of them, but the majority of my son's hangout crowd, his girlfriend included, got COVID. They all tested positive to COVID. Well, my son got sick, and we were sure it was COVID. Took him to get tested. The rapid test came back as negative. Well, his doctor said that sometimes that happens, so he was sending it in for, you know, the 24-hour test. He said, I expect that to come back positive. Well, it did not. God is so good. He does not have COVID. It came back negative. And he's already feeling better, and it only lasted him for, so whatever he got, I don't know. But I'm just looking at it as God's mercy and grace, and he did not contract COVID. Most of them did, but anyway. So, kids, parents, don't send your kids to camp if they are showing any symptoms of any sickness. Get a test. Make sure they do not have COVID. We need a strawberry. We need 2 leaves. And we need a 3rd leaf. And we need just the... actually, you guys, I think I used crushed curry for those, but I'm using bell papaya. We need a third one. Those are just the bodies. We didn't stamp the outlines of those, or I didn't. And we're going to assemble this. So now we need, that was so sweet of you. Oh, yes. I have been praying for your daughter. And I have been meaning to ask you how she is doing. So send me a message later, Carol. I'd love to know. She hasn't had it yet, though, has she? Or did she? Okay. So, let's see. Polished pink. Ah, I know. He is feeling much, much better. It hit him fast, too. It hit him Monday night, and they got back Saturday. And what really made me so nervous was that Monday, I went and was with my dad and helped him with his doctor's appointment, because most you guys that follow me know that sometimes my Facebook Live doesn't happen because I go help my dad. He got sick, and a lot of the kids, COVID was going around camp because one of the kids went to camp with COVID. So his friends all tested positive. So when Jacob came down with the same symptoms, we pretty much were pretty sure it was COVID, and it turned out it's not COVID. So he just got some kind of a bug. But although he is not as sick as a lot of his friends were, a lot of his friends got pretty sick. So we are very fortunate with that one. Did I pop the... Nope, again, I did not. I am going to just glue those down with some glue. No, not that one. My leaves. Actually, no, I'm going to use some glue dots so that it gives it a little bit of a lift. Just a little bit of a lift. So that's what happened. But his test came back negative. 2 tests back negative, so he does not have it. And he's already he says he feels great. So that is awesome. But I tell you what, I was a little bit nervous, and I wasn't going to freak my dad out unless the test came back positive. And then I was going to tell my dad. Yes, he's been tested. So, yeah, that was kind of not a good feeling, because it wouldn't be good for my dad to get COVID. And if I would have given it to him, oh my word, I would have never forgiven myself for that. Even though there was no way for me to know. No way for me to know that was all going on. But anyway, so I am just going to use a glue dot for these two, for the flowers. I mean, we knew that there was someone at camp that tested positive to COVID after camp was over, but we didn't know who it was, if it was someone from our church or whatever, we didn't know. And we just didn't know all the details of it. And Jacob wasn't sick, didn't know his friends were sick until later. And Jacob was fine, feeling fine until Monday night. He felt like he got hit by a Mack train. That's what he says. Okay, so he did look rough, and he was running a very low-grade fever. But he's good. Praise the Lord. All right, I tell you what, you don't like that COVID stuff. I don't think any of us do. I'm ready for it to be gone. All right, but it probably isn't. Okay, so we're just going to place this right down here, kind of center it the best you can. My bow's a little off-centered, but it is all right. And now you can put the rhinestones on the flowers if you want to. Again, I'm going to use these champagne rhinestones. I actually love these a lot. These are so pretty. Right in there, just like so. All right, so what do you guys think? Pretty cool? You can decorate the inside of your cards with designer series paper, or you can leave it blank. You can stamp on it, all that kind of good stuff. So isn't that a fun little fold there? It's called a book binding fold. I am going to stick a little glue where I peeled that up just to kind of hold that down a little better, because I'm sure that I will end up mailing this to somebody. Just like that. There we go. All right. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. We are almost at an hour, and I did it. I did the announcements. I did the 4 cards. Told a little story. It was a true story, but anyway, true story. And then there's our cards. We've got that one, that one. Let me go ahead and pull this one in, and this one in. So there you guys go. 4th one. Where's the 4th one? Ah, the circle one. Oh, the circle one. Okay. There we go. So again, you guys, if you purchase $35 or more before tax and shipping with me between July 14th and July 30th, I will send you these 4 make and takes for you. I will handle all the shipping and all of that. They are free. It's my gift to you for purchasing from me and choosing me as your demonstrator. And remember, though, the baker's twine and the rhinestones will not be included. But you can put those to your order to reach a $35 order. And if you don't have the sweet strawberry bundle, I think it is right at $35. So that would be something that you can purchase so that you could have the stamp, because you will need the stamp set at least to stamp all your images, because I'm not allowed per Stampin' Up to send the stamped images in my kits. So, but they all will be punched out, cut out, and scored and all ready for you to stamp and assemble. Thank you so much, you guys. Again, if you're not on my email list, I hope that you do request to be on it. You can click a link that says subscribe to my email, or get on my email list, or get my newsletters. I word it all different kinds of ways. Or you can just hit the link, the little box on Facebook that says email. Or you can just message me and request to be on my email list and leave me your email address. All right, don't forget the paper sale going on now for 15% off. You can get you some paper too for $35. You could put some paper on there, some things that you might need. Let's see what else. Keep your eyes out for the upcoming things that are coming up. I'm really, really excited about it. Okay, you guys, you are so welcome. Thank you for being here with me. I had so much fun today, and I am not going to tie you guys up any longer. Thank you again. All right, you guys, have a blessed rest of the week. Toodly-doo.